But we have to talk about this topic. What you read about online, how true is it? Not everything online, of course, is healthy, and we know this, but what exactly should we be looking out for? Today we have on Wellness OluwaJomiloju Asagidigbi, and she is a registered dietitian, very passionate about women's health. It's great to have you in the building today.
Thank you so much. It's nice to be here.
All right then. So we've heard not everything online is for your consumption. But when it comes to nutrition, a lot of online or influencers or nutritionists, they call themselves nutritionists or nutrition enthusiasts, put out a lot of really interesting, colorful content, which feels like it's real, feels like it's good for you. So where are we taking this particular angle from? Why is it not exactly healthy?
Okay, thank you. So basically, these nutrition influencers, enthusiasts, have had personal experiences most of the time. Maybe they've gone through a wellness journey or they've gone through a weight loss journey. They seen that something has worked for them. Okay. And they look for leverage, right? They look for leverage to be able to make money off of it. And, you know, as Nigerians, we're pretty smart. We like to put things out there and try to make 1 or 2 coins out of it. Sure. So that's it. They start to create meal plans for themselves without the knowledge, the physiological knowledge of things. They start to put out products, weight gain syrups, weight loss teas, and all of that kind of things. So we want to try to discourage people from thinking that this is the only way to go and this is the right way to go. There's a better way to go, and that's meeting with a professional that has been trained in that aspect.
Okay. So now what should I look out for? Because it does seem like you mean that almost everything you see online, nutritionally speaking, is a no-no. Because it does feel like some of these influencers have gotten some things right, some aspects of things right. There are some facts that maybe they're sprinkling some facts inside some fiction. So what do we look out for to be able to tell the difference? Okay.
So I would say this, nutrition is not a one-size-fits-all. Okay. What will work for you might not work for me. Okay. What will work for somebody or an influencer that has posted something might not exactly work for the person viewing that post, trying that thing. Okay. So it's important to have that at the back of your mind. And you as an individual that is consuming that information, you need to do your research. Okay. If you've done your research and you are sure you've seen evidences, medical, scientific evidences that back this up, that this is healthy and this is the way to go, then you can do it. Okay. But if it's not, if you feel confused, if you feel like you need to take a more step forward in being convinced about that method or being convinced about that information, then you can seek the guidance of a professional like me, like a registered dietitian. Okay. Also, it's important for them to make sure that whatever it is that is being passed across, they are not over-promising. They're not telling you that this would cure you of something. Okay. They're not telling you that this is the only thing that you should do for you to be healthy or for you to lose weight, for you to maintain, you know, the glycemic load or the glycemic control that you need. So it's important that we have that at the back of our minds, and then we are not confused, we are not misinformed.
So now there's a lot of those posts you see online, you know, YouTube shorts and TikToks and all that, and then you see someone who was this size and suddenly they're this size, and then you see, oh, this is what they took, or they claim this is what they did, and they did it for a particular amount of time. So there's some specifics they add. They add, you know, actual images, then they add a number of weeks or days you need to do something for to have an impact, and then they ask you to try it. So we've sort of leaned away from experts for a reason. All these online posts are free, right? It doesn't cost us anything to just watch these videos and sort of, in a sense, enlighten ourselves with whatever content they're sharing. It does feel like dietitians might be the more expensive way to go, which is why people are leaning away from it. or am I wrong?
You're not. You are absolutely right to say that. And even with my experience with clients that I've seen, a lot of them need a little push to be able to say, okay, I'm going to have to spend money to speak to this person. They feel like all the information that they get online is what we're going to give them, right? Even though there are bits and pieces of that, because we are not just passing down information, because we are educated on physiology. We will look at your medical history, your lifestyle, all of that will be put in consideration before we intervene, before we give you a solution. So that's why, you know, it's important. For example, you cannot say because your car is not doing very well, if your car has issues, and you have a neighbor that watches Fast and Furious like 1 million times, and you know, you feel like, let me just go and meet this person because I don't want to spend money on a mechanic. It's going to disrupt something. It's going to, you know.
Because it's the expert you need.
Because it's the expert that you need. So it's important to get information directly from the source. And I really just want to encourage people, as much as all this information is out there, this person is saying yes, another person is saying no. But if you meet the person, the expert, they tell you exactly how it is, especially if it's 1, 2, 3 people that have studied the same thing. You hear from this person, the same thing you hear from that person, the same thing you hear from the other person.
Okay, so, can we debunk one particular myth, any particular online myth that has, you know, gone viral that is absolutely wrong?
Okay, so one of the ones that I know, and I have come in, you know, faced with clients that have told me, oh, I've stopped eating carbs. I stopped eating carbohydrates, rice, yam, all of these things. I stopped it. They said it's not healthy. They said it's what is making me my glucose, my blood sugar go up. There is, you know, all of that kind of thing. And I just let them know that, one, you need to understand the effects and what carbohydrates do for your body. So once you understand that carbohydrates are important for energy, your daily need of energy, is important for that. And understanding that would inform them basically on how they need to
thank you so much, Jomiloju, for coming to talk to us today. And hopefully someone at home has learned something new. You need to do your own research. And of course, you wouldn't take your mechanic to your dentist's office, would you? You need to go to the experts that know exactly what they're talking about. We need you to connect with us. Use our hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC and let us know your thoughts. We'll be back after this.